Hey yo, what's going on with the viewers of the tube? Tyler here of Chico Crypto, coming to you not from Chico, but from New York. Yes, you guys, I am in New York at NFT NYC, checking out all the NFT events and what's going on in the city. Went to a pretty cool party last night, had some fun, and the markets, they're having a little bit of fun too. Bitcoin is bouncing. It hit a low, a bottom, and we are bouncing as of right now. So the price dumped to a low of below 18K. And a lot of people are asking, is that the Bitcoin bottom? Well, I'm going to explain to you guys why I think it isn't. So over the past 2 days, there has been a pretty dang sharp rebound. We're above 21K as of shooting this video. And since we've bounced over these past couple of days, there has been over 620 million in shorts that have been liquidated. So what is this in my opinion? It's a definite short squeeze. We had overly bearish shorters shorting the market thinking we're going down further, and they got liquidated to funk by the market makers across the big exchanges, Binance, FTX, and the like. So why don't I think this is the Bitcoin bottom? Well, we haven't had something that happens every cycle. It's called the minor capitulation. It's when the hash rate, it dips, and it dips pretty significantly. And actually, the Bitcoin hash rate is starting to fall, my friends. It's starting to go down. As of right now, I think we hit a peak of about 231 million terahashes a second, and as of we got below 200 million terahashes for a second, but the 7-day average as of right now is about 200 million, just above that. So this is actually good that the hash rate is starting to fall, because it does mean we are getting near the bottom. The bottom is getting near. I would say within the next couple of months, and I'll explain why in a second. But the last to capitulate in a cycle is, of course, you know, altcoin projects start capitulating, Bitcoin and the top altcoins start capitulating, price going down. But the final thing that capitulates every cycle is the Bitcoin hash rate, my friends. So now that we're starting to see it beginning, it's not a bad thing. So in the 2018 bear market, there was a minor capitulation, and there was a 35% decrease in the hash rate from about 54 million terahashes a second down to about 35 million terahashes. So if things are going to be the same, and if you guys know my saying, I say all the freaking time, is the more things change, the more they stay the same. I would expect that Bitcoin to follow a similar pattern, and we will see about a 35% hash rate capitulation between the miners. So that would mean the Bitcoin bottom will come when the hash rate drops by about 35%. And that would take it from 231 million, the top that we had just a few weeks ago, down to about 150 million terahashes a second. When is that going to come? Well, I've been making a prediction that the Bitcoin bottom would be coming sometime in September. It could come a little earlier, it could come a little later, but I have a feeling that will be the Bitcoin bottom, and we are going to have a capitulation dump. And I've been saying it's probably going to be around 14K. So if we have, you know, a strong dump from, say, we rebound up to 22, 23, even 25,000, and then we have a strong, you know, couple days of selling where it gets down, wicks down to 14 million, that will be the capitulation dump, and I have a feeling it's coming near September of this year. Could come a little earlier, it could come a little later, but that is my prediction, and I'm going to hold that for a long time. So we haven't bottomed out yet, you know, and there's actually some big people in the space. Pintoshi, if you haven't followed him on Twitter, I would highly recommend it. He basically called this bear market, that when we hit, you know, above 60,000 for the second time, he called that we were going to go back down. Well, Pintoshi actually is saying, as of right now, where the price is, we should think about taking profits here, because he thinks we are going to have another downturn. And this guy has predicted not only, you know, us falling from 60K, he predicted the big dump from 30K down to 20K here just recently. So the guy knows what he is talking about. But regarding miner capitulation, so Babel Finance, if you guys don't know who they are, they're a lending platform primarily for Bitcoin miners. And they were looking like they were going to be insolvent. But as of right now, they have a bailout. So a bailout's coming to save Babel Finance. It doesn't mean Babel Finance is going to make it out of the woods, but they have been extended lines of credit to keep them afloat, which is going to, you know, keep the hash rate from capitulating for a little bit, but I have a feeling they won't be able to last. Babel has been known to run into problems. March of 2020, they had to be bailed out, and guess who they were bailed out by? None other than Tether USDT. So I'd expect their bailer-outers to be the same, Tether USDT, as Tether probably has a significant amount of Babel assets and just Babel, you know, loans on their balance sheet. So they can't have them going under, because if they go under, that is very bad for Tether USDT. But speaking of bailouts, FTX. So a lot of people have a feeling that FTX is, you know, playing God in the markets right now. They have a feeling the downturn and all these liquidations was primarily done by FTX, Alameda Research, and those entities. And as of right now, FTX is being the government. They are bailing out all these crypto companies. So FTX just extended a $250 million line of credit to none other than BlockFi. Yeah, BlockFi. They are another crypto borrowing and lending platform, centralized entity, but they were running out of money, and now FTX has came to the rescue. So, I mean, I posted a video last week regarding, I think there's a war going on in crypto for control. I have a feeling Tether and FTX are trying to break away from the Tether cartel and create their own, you know, cartel that controls the crypto markets. And that is coming to a stable coin that they are invested in, USDC, as USDC is actually looking to flip the USDT market cap, and that is pretty insane. I never thought I would see it, you know, in probably not in this cycle, probably not the next cycle, but it is happening as of right now. But let's talk about, you know, some things that aren't necessarily bad in the crypto markets. GMX. So I've been talking a lot about GMX lately. I'm one of the first YouTubers to find it and cover it, but they are holding up well in this downturn. Probably one of the best altcoins out there. Sitting at about $18 right now. And Arthur Hayes, the old former CEO of BitMEX, a perpetual leverage exchange, is extremely bullish on GMX. He's bought over $1.5 million of tokens, and in his latest blog, he spoke highly of it, saying it's the best decentralized leverage platform out there. So again, I am extremely bullish on GMX. GMX pays out 100% of the fees on the decentralized exchange to the token holders, 30% to GMX holders, 30% to their liquidity token, GLP. So I own both, and I'm earning Ethereum. I'm earning Ethereum from users that are leveraging in these markets. So another thing I got to talk about is what GMX is on. It's on primarily a layer 2. It's on other chains besides Ethereum and their layer 2s. It's on Arbitrum, but it's also on Avalanche and a few others. So you get paid out in the native token for whatever chain the person is using to leverage with. But if you use GMX, you are using Arbitrum in their layer 2. As we know, Optimism did a airdrop, kind of funked it up, so this leaves the room for Arbitrum in their airdrop to pull it off, you know, perfectly, flawlessly. And if you're using GMX, you're actually setting yourself up for the Arbitrum airdrop, which I have a feeling will be coming this year. So you guys, markets are rebounding, but again, I do not think this is the Bitcoin bottom. I have a feeling we will go a bit lower, sideways action in between 20 to 25 for a little bit before a capitulation dump. Cheers, you guys. Maybe I'll do some more content from New York, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.